Okay, today we're gonna teach you how to cut a cigar properly. Cutters does not matter whether it's $4 cutter like this, $80 cutter like that, $50 cutter like this, or $50 cutter like that. Now, the proper way to cut a cigar. Every cigar has a top cap. It has to remain the shape of a cigar, so which is rounded shape. So, and we also going to teach you how to use a scissor cutter. Most people come and put cigar cutter like that. What happens is you're removing the cap. Now, cutters like this, sometimes people say, hey, how could I cut a 60 ring gauge cigar with this? The gauge is too small on the cutter. Well, if you use properly, you could cut any gauge with this cigar. The proper way to use it is these 2 points. You open it like this. This 2 point has to touch actually in the front. You could take a small cigar like this, put it on, cut it. As you notice, he kept the cap on it, and he also kept the taste. This is more than enough cut. Now, some people say, hey, I got a $60 cutter, would it cut any better? Well, no, because I'm going to show you how these cutters work. Average cutter, all cutters, whether it's $2 cutter like this, $4, $50, $100, $5,000, does not matter. If you don't know how to cut properly on the top of, most people do this, and that's wrong. So if you don't know how to use a cutter, you put it on a straight solid surface like that, put the cigar right in, and you snap it, okay? And then you see, as you see, it cuts cigars properly. Sorry, my hand is, as you can see, is cut, but it cuts perfect amount off, and that's what you want on a cigar. Now, cutter like this is scissor cutter. Same concept. You cut it this much, and as you see, the 2 points are touching, and it will cut properly. No, you have no need to buy expensive cutters. Same concept with this. If you look at this height, this depth, pretty much all of them has same, because the blade is in exactly middle of it. So it allows cigar to drop into the cutter. As you see, this one, expensive one, again, we're cutting same cigar. So it's taking off just enough. Okay, this is a wrong cut because this is cut twice. Now, same way you could cut a torpedo in the same concept. Just put it down, cut it twice, and you got a perfect cut. So cutting cigars, this is butchering cigars, this is semi-butchering cigars, and I will get you a third cigar and show you a 60 ring gauge cigar and how it works. And this is 60 ring gauge cigars. Now, let's go back to same concept of scissor cutting. Here's a cap. As you can see, here's a cap right there. Now watch this, what happens with this cutter. You put it, apply pressure with your first finger. That's more than enough cut for a cigar. Now you could do same thing with this kind of cutters, this kind of cutters. All you have to do, if you don't know, if you don't have the good proper measurements, all you have to do is put this cutter, lay this down on the floor, and put it in, and then you snap it, and it cuts same length. And that's all is to it. There you go. So the cigar, another ring came off, and that's the way it's supposed to be cut. Longest you cut it above the cap of a cigar, you got a perfectly cut cigars. Personally, cutting doesn't improve anything, draw, taste, any of it. Best way that I like to cut is biting it. I never ever have used a cigar cutter of any sort. So cutting is a personal preference, but if you do use a guillotine cutter like this, then you have to cut it properly above the cap like you saw in earlier, and that's the way it has to be done. Now sometimes you may feel like, oh, if I don't cut it big enough, I'm gonna have a hole. Well, I'm gonna have plug in it, and what happens with the plug has nothing to do with cutting, how you cut cigars. Plug is a plug, is something in there, so which they may have left it, you know, and that's nothing to worry about. So but if you do feel you have a plug, you put the cigar in the mouth, you bite it gently, you roll it with your teeth, and you bite it, and it opens up. And then eventually you'll be able to feel a knot here, and you just bite it with your front teeth and pull it out, and normally that eliminates the plug. Using plug busters and any of that is waste of money, does not work, because what it does, it's like taking a screwdriver, sticking it in, you're just creating a hollow chamber in it, and you would actually feel heat coming into you. So are you actually eliminating the plug? No. Again, if you have a plug, it's not worth fighting with it. Just grab another cigar. I hope this video was helpful to you, and see you next time on Gentleman's Affair, and good day.